Now, a lot of you are attending this very important meeting in Gabon, and you might be wondering, what happens to the hundreds of ideas that are generated here? Do any of them actually come into being? I'd like to introduce you to a very special person today. His name is Ivor ICHIKOWITZ. He's the founder and executive chairman of the Paramount Group based in South Africa, and he's going to come on with a team, and he's going to make a special announcement. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you here.
Such a pleasure to be back.
Did you not get the memo that we're supposed to be in ties? No, I'm joking about that.
He can't afford a tie.
He can't afford a tie. Right. Let me start by asking you. Let me not assume that I know who you are. Who are you?
So, first of all, I'm an Africanist. I'm a proud, committed African. And secondly, I happen to have the privilege of being in business. You know, there was a time when I was offered a political deployment, and I decided that the politicians made policy, and it's all cool to make policy, but somebody has to carry out this policy, so that's what I get to do.
And the second question is, why are you sitting next to me right now?
Well, I want to tell you it is extremely exciting for me to be here today, especially in the presence of President Bongo and President Kufuor and the rest of our dignitaries, because a lot of people talk about the value of these forums. You know, there's always a question mark. Are these just talk shops, or do they actually result in anything? And I'm here to talk today about an African agenda. I'm here to talk today about how we as Africans can take the policies that are given to us by our leaders and turn them into reality. And the best way to tell you what I'm here to talk about is to ask to roll the video.
Let's roll the video then.
The low-cost airline model has revolutionized the world, and Fly Africa will revolutionize Africa with this model.
We have to connect with partners, strategic partners, strong partners.
This vision was created in Gabon. It's been piloted in sub-Saharan Africa, and now we're ready to connect the continent.
This is our continent, this is our place, and this is our time.
You say in the video that it was born in Gabon. What does that mean?
I have to tell you, I've got goosebumps sitting here. This idea was born out of the New York Forum 2 years ago. And sitting in the New York Forum, we heard about all the problems of doing business in Africa, and it all came to one thing, and that is that our greatest asset is our people. The innovation that lives on this continent through our people is unbelievable. And if we can't find a low-cost, easy way to connect our people, then our innovation's always going to come from outside. And this whole concept was born in this room 2 years ago.
Let's give that a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
And it then resulted in a conversation with President Bongo and his team, and we said, what do we do about this? You can't just sit and complain about the things that don't work on this continent. We have to find practical ways to fix them. And the low-cost airline concept was mooted. We've trialed the concept in sub-Saharan Africa. The airline is now 13 months old, and credit to Adrian and his amazing startup team who've been involved in startups all over the world. They've created a truly African low-cost model. And it is a revolution because it's something that's never been done on this continent.
How many countries are you in at the moment?
At the moment we're in 3 countries, and the plan is to be in every country.
Okay, how soon will that take? How long will that take? What do you need to do to get to as many countries as possible?
Well, I'm going to throw the challenge over to Adrian because his mandate from me is to grow a 50-aircraft airline covering as many countries on the continent in 5 years. Adrian, are you going to pull that off?
Yes, we are. We start with Namibia, which is the next country launch. That's actually happening next Wednesday. First flight to Windhoek. After that, we actually do Mozambique in October, and we'll be here in Gabon in November. And after that point, it runs through. Adding a further 10 countries in the next 12 months. And then we're going to look northwards to Europe, and then we're going to also look to Jeddah.
So you'll be able to fly on this to Europe?
I'm going to put this clear. We're going to fly from Libreville to France. We haven't agreed the city yet, for $150.
$150 from Libreville to France?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you heard it from Adrian. You heard it from Adrian. So from what I've learned, stuff that gets put out in this room normally happens. So that's really exciting stuff.
When are you coming to Uganda? Because I'd like to fly to... I'd like to fly to Europe in, and for $100.
What we've done in Southern Africa, we've taken fares that were $300 US and taken them down to $40. In fact, we've gone to $40.
And we've really done this. Nobody believed that it was possible because everybody... I'll give you a great example. The Zimbabwe route was a $500 route.
From where?
From Johannesburg.
To Zimbabwe.
And that has revolutionized air travel to Zimbabwe, because not by taking business away from the other airlines, but by giving a whole new generation of air travelers an opportunity to fly.
So I can see young people especially taking advantage of this because they don't have a lot of money to play with. They have small businesses that they'd like to see expand across the continent, and this offers them a unique opportunity.
Absolutely. This is all about young people. This is all about allowing our young people to be able to travel cost-effectively, quickly, economically. Look at Adrian's uniform. It's a young person's
He looks very
uniform.
young.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, apart from the fact that it's a low-cost airline and he doesn't have money for a tie. But it's what it's all about. It's about fun, it's about simple, and it's about getting young people to be able to connect. And through connecting those people, we're going to come up with such magic on this continent.
Now, Adrian, I've got to ask you this. How do you make it sustainable, though? Because do you have to cut corners? Do you have to compromise on quality of service, on quality of machines? What do you need to do to make sure that it remains at that level?
You need to come at this from a completely different approach. We never compromise on anything, absolutely no way on safety, on quality, any process at all. Aviation is a very serious business. We fly over 30,000 people a month on our planes, and we take their lives very seriously indeed. My team, which are over there to my right, you'll meet them soon, they're all carrying 30,000 hours as pilots in command. They're high quality. But it's a different approach of how you manage a business. For example, I have to buy my uniform.
Really?
An airline does not manage a uniform because it requires people to manage it and people to go and get things and to source the material. It's our job as staff to go and find our own uniform. It saves money. What we also do is we find...
You'd have to pay me a lot of money to buy my own uniform.
You'd cover a lot of fabric, you really would. But we also then go to the airports. The airports partner with us. Airports in Namibia, in Zimbabwe, and Mozambique, they've given us discounts on landing, so it costs less to land. Every dollar we save, we reduce the price of the airfare, so we can offer, again, to put things in perspective, $30 to fly between here and Port Gentil.
Okay, so what happens if they got rid of the landing fees? What would that achieve?
So I say that again?
If they got rid of the landing fees altogether, what would that achieve?
It would make the price even lower.
Would you like to have the landing fees in Gabon gotten rid of? We can ask the president.
The president has been very kind with us already, and the landing fees are absolutely acceptable.
Okay, the landing fees are acceptable in Gabon. Fair enough. Now, you talked about your team, and you say we're going to meet them. Would you like us to meet them now?
Oh, that would be awesome. Let's bring the team up, and let's take the opportunity to celebrate this launch with a group photograph. This was founded, this concept, this idea was born in Gabon. We're now taking this to the rest of the continent. This is all about African innovation supporting our continent. And President Bongo, thank you for your vision and thank you for the opportunity.
And let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, they buy their own uniforms. Let's clap for them some more. They're coming up for a group photograph. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause. And next time you want to travel to some part of Africa, don't go to Europe first. Go to flyafrica.com first. And that might spawn the growth of this airline. Let's give them a round of applause again. My name is Alan Kasuja. Thank you for tolerating me, and I wish you a pleasant day.